Well, good morning, Dirtfish Rally friends. Day 2 of Rally Finland. This is the big one, Ouninpohja, the return of the full Ouninpohja. It's a big old day today, 144 kilometres, 6 stages in total. And we saw the dramas that really just over 100 k's brought yesterday. What does today hold? Well, you can see on the ground, it is still damp. Little bit of overnight rain, but really torrential rain yesterday. It'll help these guys that are closer to the front of the queue, for sure, in terms of road position. But it was difficult to work out yesterday where the best place to be on the road was. But I think the conditions today will be a little easier. Let's just see how Esa-Pekka's feeling. Just watching the onboards. Can we watch with you, Esa-Pekka? You're just Esa-Pekka, I have to say, yesterday just looked like the most terrible bad luck. Those ruts were just horrendous.
Yeah, and I was believing you cannot get out of the ruts, it's so deep, but it's possible. We proved that.
Yeah, you jumped out to them. Was that unusual, the way it rutted up yesterday? The road seemed really soft through those trees.
Yeah, I mean, for sure it is, but I think they just made 2 roads connected together with this 400-meter fresh road, and from the beginning we knew it's not gonna last, but I mean, yeah, it was only a short section in the end, so it's not really representative for the whole rally. I mean, it was very short section.
It was terribly bad luck. How's it looking out there? That looks damper than I thought. It looks quite wet almost.
Yeah, last year,
It's last year?
Of
course you are. There's no one in the stage yet.
I know it's early. Yeah.
I've not had enough coffee, Esa-Pekka Lappi. I hope you've had enough coffee. Better luck today, Esa-Pekka, and to the Professor of Pace Notes, Yanni Fern. Had a little shave. I loved it when he had the big bushy beard. You look really smart with a trim beard, though. You really do. There's a handsomeness about him this morning, isn't there? Enjoying the sun. And now, have a look this way here. This gentleman here, folks, a lot of you will recognise him. That is the legendary Colin McMaster. Morning, Col.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Very good, thank you. You caught me working early in the morning like that.
Oh, yeah, we all like to do a bit of work. Finland's a great one for you for taking pictures.
Finland's the best. Absolute best.
It really is the best. Yeah. Takamoto Katsuta, he's going through his morning ritual. He always makes a few little notes. Those are reminders of the stage, reminders of maybe certain corners, jumps, where they have to be a little bit cautious, where he's got to be absolutely focused. Yeah, both these boys yesterday. Let's move out the way a little bit. Taka-san made a mistake on the Ruhemaki stage, and we talked to Kai Lindström last night, and he said, that tree is almost as famous as the stage itself, and I think the team were a little bit disappointed, but no more disappointed than Taka-san would be, because he was going well, wasn't he? He was going really, really well yesterday, and then it all went wrong when he hit that tree. Esa-Pekka Lappi studying last year's onboards, because obviously Taka-san is first into the stage. It's a tricky one, this one, to catch up with drivers. I tell you what we will do is we look around the cars. Soft compound tyres again. It is a lot drier than yesterday morning. It'll be interesting to see how the stage does develop. But Esa-Pekka looking at the onboards from last year, where it was torrentially wet out here. Let's see what these boys can do. We will see who else we might be able to find somewhere else on the roads. Shall we go? I think so.
My daughter almost killed me because last year I didn't take a selfie with you. You are the biggest fan.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you so much. Well, here we go. We're back. We've come a little bit further back down the road. Adrien Formeau, Thierry Neuville got a big job to do today. Formeau's got a big job to do as well. It's can he catch? Let's have a word with him. See what the plan is for today. Adrien, a little bit behind, obviously, Thierry in front of you. But I guess, if we look at yesterday, anything can happen out there.
Well, if the conditions are like yesterday, I think everything is possible. So I just want to stay as close as possible. So if Thierry do another shoot or things like that, then we are there.
What are you hearing about the conditions today? Are we going to see a bit more rain?
Well, for now, it looks like the morning should be quite a good condition, so we can enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. And, particularly on Ouninpohja, if you can enjoy that stage, and we saw that with that incredible run, both from Solberg and then a few years later from Chris Meek, they enjoyed it. They got into the rhythm. They didn't feel like they were pushing, and we saw iconic drives from both those drivers, and that's what it needs. It needs that little bit of your ability just to enjoy that kind of stage. You know, we've driven through it a few times this week. We've made a couple of little videos. Make sure you have a look on our YouTube channel, a great Ouninpohja video there. And you can see, even for someone like me, who is clearly not a rally driver, you can see just how you could, if you enjoy it, really get into a rhythm. Let's go and have a wee look here, just changing things around a little bit. You know, we saw this with Seb in Latvia. Just, you know, if the evening service is a little rushed, sometimes the drivers on the road sections just have to double check, make sure. They may just be moving tyres around, maybe just making a few adjustments. I want to know what that tool is that he's using, because Formeau had the same tool. Let me have a little look. Morning, Thierry. Are you well this morning? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Look, what's he fettling there? Let's have a little look. Brento, what might he be fettling there?
It looks like they're putting some sort of spacers in the suspension, maybe changing up the ride height a little bit.
Yeah, as I say, normally you would think, well, why are they doing it here at the road section? Why didn't they do it in service last night? Well, you know, it can be quite rushed. If you've got jobs to do, there are certain things that get pushed back down the list, and yeah, the boys just have to do it on the road section. As I say, we saw it with Ogier in Latvia. He was having to check the work that had been done the night before in service. Morning, Martin. Are you well this morning?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Good. It's a long old road section, this one. Do you listen to a few tunes on the road section? What do you do on the long road section?
Not so much, actually.
Does it give you a bit of time to relax a little bit?
No, it's preparing the focus already, because it's a long and very intense day, so yeah.
Totally agree. It's a long and incredibly intense day. Have a look at the watch there. That's which edition is that? Those are those Rally co-driver, co-pilot watches, I think they're called. There's many different editions. And as the here's the interesting one. If you're a championship winning co-driver, you get to design your own one of those watches. So I wonder whether young Martin's already got a few thoughts about what his design might be if these boys win the title this year. Yeah, you know, it is an intense day. A long loop of stages, over 70 Ks, 144 kilometres in total today. Really intense. One spare tyre, that's interesting, isn't it? You know, Finland isn't known particularly for punctures, but normally you go out a 77 kilometre loop, yeah, you know, for a couple of reasons. There's an increased chance of puncture, but also Gregoire Monster heading off. You know, also the chance of tyre wear is higher, but both those things here are not so much of a factor, tyre wear and puncture. So clearly the thinking is one spare is enough. They've got the toolkit out, and again, it is just as Brento said, it's just about perhaps adjusting the ride height. We've seen them occasionally just adjusting the preload on the diff as well. They've got a particular tool for that. That is similar to that tool, but it isn't that one. I've got to say, it looks a little bit more than just routine. What do you think, Brenton?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. If you're thinking maybe they have some ability to adjust the diffs, but to have all those spacers out doesn't look like something.
No, the diff is a similar tool, but it kind of goes in through the side. They take the wheel off and it goes in through the side and they adjust it. No, there's something else going on there. That's top mount. They're looking at something else there.
Yeah, it looks like he's reaching down. I don't know that maybe there's some back adjustment on the suspension there, but that looks a bit more intense than what your standard routine would be. Maybe he's making some pretty serious adjustments. Or just double checking some stuff's tight. You know, it gives you that little bit of extra confidence knowing that certain bits on your suspension are tight.
Absolutely, and as I mentioned earlier on, you know, the service is limited time, and if there are a few jobs to do, there is a priority list. Sometimes one or two of the smaller jobs. There we go. Let's just keep away from the engine a little bit. We try not to show the underside of the cars, but we can describe what's going on here. Well, I can try and describe. Yeah, I don't know. Martin's not too bothered. You know, Adrian Formeau was chatting there. Didn't seem to be too concerned. I think it is just adjustments, isn't it, before they go in. The good thing about a long road section is you generally have a fair bit of time before you go into the stage. You can make up a lot of time on long road sections in certain countries, not quite so much in Finland, because you have to be very, very aware of the speed limits. We've seen quite a number this morning, quite a number of speed guns, police speed traps out and about. There's Sami Päivärinta heading into the stage. What a shame that we didn't grab a word with him. Go on, Sami Päivärinta. What a day. what a day that youngster had yesterday. Started in the worst possible fashion. When we talked to him yesterday morning, he was a little nervous. He really wasn't looking forward to those conditions. That opening stage, he then obviously had that incident where he was actually quite lucky to get away with it. But my goodness me, bouncing back in the afternoon with that stage win, that second fastest time in the opener. It was a phenomenal drive from Pyre yesterday. Ogier, what can he do? A really strong day. We talked with Kai Lindstrom yesterday evening, and he was particularly impressed with Ogier. 2021 was the last time that Seb was here. And yeah, you can test and you can put a few kilometres on the car in testing, but nothing really prepares you for the intensity of a day of competition here. And not to have been on these roads for 3 years, it is for sure a handicap. But Ogier was brilliant yesterday, he really was. He's only 16 or so seconds off the lead, 7 or 8 seconds behind Elfyn Evans in second. Anything can happen with Seb Ogier, we absolutely know that. Elfyn Evans, yeah, right there, in touch with Robin Pera in front. Boys having a wee chat. Elfyn has his routines. He likes to clean the windscreen, he likes to clean the side windows, he likes to just focus before he heads in. And as we've talked about with Martin Wiedegy, it is an intense day today. The stages come very quickly. It's quite a confined geography, so once you get down to the stages here, the road sections aren't long and they come really quickly. You've got to be on it. If you're not entirely focused early on, it's a tricky day. Let's go and have a little look around Elfyn's car. All looks good. I wonder whether they made any adjustments overnight. I think he was pretty happy with the way he performed yesterday, considering just how difficult those conditions were. Scotty just doing a few things there. Scotty, good morning. Just wondering, is there a bit of music in the car on the way down here?
Pardon?
Music in the car on the way down? It's a long road section.
Yeah.
What do you listen to?
Bit of ABBA.
Seriously? No. I love a bit of it. I can't imagine that Elfyn Evans is an ABBA man. Who gets to choose the music?
I'll let him choose.
And he chose what? A bit of Dancing Queen this morning?
Yeah. No, we didn't have any music on this morning, actually.
Seriously? No. So what do? Do you just kind of find your little zen, your little zone?
Yeah.
It's quite, the road sections here, you've got to kind of be very aware. We've seen quite a few speed traps. You absolutely have to be aware of everything when you're driving down here.
Yeah, I mean, the road sections, they're not tight, so we can drive like like everyone. You kind of just stick in the flow, and it's, the road sections are not too demanding, to be honest. The organisers know what they're doing and give us the time to drive like normal. So
looking forward to today with Ouninpohja?
Yeah, I mean, you must be excited about this day. I mean, does it get any bigger and better?
It's just such a fabulous day. It's not just Ouninpohja. These two stages before it are fabulous stages as well, aren't they?
Yeah, it's 3 absolute classics, and it's a big day kilometres-wise. So yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it.
Best of luck. It was a great day yesterday. Well done, boys. See if the champ will maybe grab a very quick word. Let's just have a look down. Remember that Thierry Neuville was up to something. We're not quite sure what he was up to, but it all looks to be under control. Is the champ watching what's going on? Is that this morning's? Is that the all live champ? It is.
Yesterday will not make so much sense to watch.
No. How's it? No. How's it looking? No worries. How's it looking? Is it looking quite damp, or is it looking okay in there?
Yeah, damp and compact. Yeah.
Be interesting. Best of luck today, champ. Best of luck. It was a great day yesterday, wasn't it? Getting himself back into that rhythm. I remember speaking to Seb. It was 2021. It was the test here it was COVID year, 2020. And it was the first couple of passes. And even the greatest driver we've ever had said, you forget how fast these stages are. When you come back and test, you forget just how much commitment. And it does take a while just to change the focus almost. There's so much coming at you so quickly in these stages that it does take a little while just to get used. Oh, look at this. I need to apologise to Jari-Matti Latvala and Juho. It's our favourite Finnish crew. Favourite Finnish crew. He was brilliant yesterday. And that was vintage Jari-Matti Latvala yesterday. It really was. And I have to say, you know, it's entirely my fault. As I get older, I find it difficult to keep up with the youngsters. I assumed it would be the same for you, but oh my goodness me, that was vintage Jari-Matti yesterday. How much fun was it?
Yeah, it was really good fun. It's a very nice car to drive. Really enjoyed the car, but the difficult weather was sometimes, you know, the raining and not raining, ruts, rocks. So you have to really be focused all the time for the driving.
So it was a day that maybe suited you because you've got more experience of these roads, these conditions than maybe anyone. Do you think that all helped you to be as competitive as you were yesterday?
Yeah, to be honest, of course, experience is helping, especially in Rally Finland. The experience is helping you. So when you're a bit older, you have to have some assets, you know.
Plenty of assets. How was Grumpy Juho? Was he all right yesterday?
Yeah, he was all right. He was giving a good feedback and motivating me to drive.
Yes, well done, Jari-Matti. Let's have a word with Juho. It's never Grumpy Juho. You are the nicest man in all of Finland. How good was he yesterday, Juho? Were you impressed with his drive?
No, it was quite close what I expected. In the test felt good and in the shakedown. So just when he learns to use better the engine and you know all the potential, so then it will be good.
That takes a wee while, doesn't it? And looking forward to today, a huge day today.
Yeah, it is.
Best of luck. Great to see these two out. Juho Hänninen. What a legend in his own right as a driver, but a very, very decent co-driver as well. Terry Neuville heading into the stage. I tell you what, folks, what we might try and do is head down the road and see whether we can grab a very, very quick word with our rally leader. Very subdued that, wasn't it? Oh, sorry, I was caught doing a little bit of filming. Very subdued from Seb, just taking his time, going, good morning, Joni Holtunen. How are you today? It's a beautiful day to go rallying, isn't it?
Yes, and it's, let's say, big boy stages today.
I think we've already had a little incident in the stage. I think Munster's already gone off. Yeah, you have to be absolutely 100% focused with this commitment, don't you?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's flat out stages, but not so much room for mistakes.
But fun. Is it fun for you?
Yes and no.
Good luck. There we go. Rovanperä leading. No, maybe. You know, Finland gaps are very, very difficult, so the most important thing is you're in the lead. But let's just double check what that lead is. It's not a huge lead.
8 seconds.
8 seconds. Thank you very much, Joni. Thank you. Yeah, over Elvin Evans, obviously. Yeah, anything can happen out there today. Yesterday was a smidgen over 110 or so kilometres. Today is near 144 kilometres. So you absolutely need to be on it. This is just lovely, isn't it? Lovely. We're in the middle of the Finnish countryside. This little lad probably lives here. Look at the little Rovanperä cap. Big, oh, that's it. That's something that he'll keep forever. Well done, little man. Callie, I will just very briefly just say good morning to you and best of luck today. Very quickly, how much are you looking forward to today?
Quite a lot. It's gonna be a big fight. Not an easy one like we see. It's already action there, so.
Best of luck, best luck. That is Gregoire Munster, very early on in this opening stage. He's put it off. It looks like both crew are absolutely fine. They're both out of the car. That's a nice looking bike. Are you a bike man, Brento?
I am not. I am a rally car man.
No, I'm not a bike man either. I barely trust myself with 4 wheels, never mind with 2. So there we are, folks. That is most of our top drivers this morning. Really good to catch up with the Jari-Matti Latvala as well. It is going to be an absolutely fascinating day. There are relatively small gaps at the top. But, as we keep saying, it is Finland. Difficult to make up time here. Easy, though, to lose time. But if you were a betting man, this is the crew I suspect you'd have your money on. Who's this heading into the stage? Here we go. Let's have a little watch of this car coming this way. Just taking their time. That's Elvin. Little bit of temperature into the brakes, little bit of temperature into the tires. Huge one ahead of us, folks. As I mentioned earlier on, Ouninpohja, third stage in the loop. If you haven't seen our video yet, have a look at that. It's on our YouTube channel. We spent a wonderful day with absolutely delightful Heikki Kovalainen, and that video through Ouninpohja talking about the legend of Ouninpohja is on our YouTube channel now. Have a look at that. We're heading into the stages. We'll see you later today.